eventually. I'll be rid of you.
You got to give your wife some credit, by the way. That was really good.
I thought she did a great job.
Yeah.
I thought she did fantastic.
Very impressive.
She was super nervous about it, though.
Oh, I mentioned it to Shayla, and it was...
She was like, mm-mm.
She's like, no. Because I've jokingly said, like, hey, Tucker and the Beard, like, wives.
Right.
Episode. I think that that'd be amazing, because they'd have things to talk about. You know, being wives of us. Or, and just in general, they always...
There's tons of stories that they could tell about us.
Right, but they... Every time they see each other, they are very quick to...
Oh, yeah.
They have no issues talking to each other.
They've been friends for a long time, and they can pick right back up. You know, they're...
Right.
Those are the best kind of friends, in my opinion. Like, because...
When you're in a pit,
I get busy.
They get you out of it.
Well, no, it's just I get busy.
Right.
You know, and it's like... Some of my best friends are people that are like, yeah, you know, we haven't talked in like 6 months, but...
Right, just
nothing...
pick right off.
Yeah,
right.
we just pick right back up.
Right.
If you want to see the video that we're talking about, hi, welcome to the show.
Have we started?
We started already. So if you want to see the video, it's right here.
Is it over there?
Click the thing. It's right.
I think it's very, very
on
impressive. Very impressive.
I thought you did a great job.
Yeah.
It was fun. It was kind of a...
Like I said, my wife, I mentioned it to her, and she would just looked at me like...
Good for her.
Yeah.
Never going to happen.
Like, credit to her, but she's like, no, I'm...
No, you know what? She was super nervous about doing it. She was not as excited.
But you couldn't tell, so credit to her.
It was one of those... We were bumming around the house one day, and I go, I have a great idea.
I know. I knew before anyone else knew.
It's true.
I knew.
I was like, you are going to do the Father's Day sandwich video. And she was like, no, I'm not. And I was like, uh-huh. This is happening. And she knocked it out of the park.
She did good.
Plus, the wordplay was fun. I don't know how many people picked up on it, but I thought it was great.
What was it again? I noticed it.
It was the Mile High Club sandwich.
Yes.
Because it was a club sandwich.
I saw that thing and I was like, oh. Ooh. But, you know, my thought processes were...
Well, listen. The wordplay and innuendo were 100%.
Yeah. No, so, I was that kid in class that somebody, you know, the teacher said something and I'd be looking, I'm like, oh, did you hear what they just said?
She said.
Did you hear what they just said?
Well, when I first started doing the videos, or even when it was just doing pictures of the sandwiches that we would do it every week, someone, not just one person, but several people kept referring to it as food porn.
Okay.
And so when I started making them into videos, I was like, all right, I'm going to take a decidedly, you know, so like the background music is always kind of slow jamming to the news.
Right.
You know, so
I'm with you.
It's intentional. It's fun.
It's good times.
Sexy sandwiches.
Sexy
sandwich time.
Hashtag. So some things have...
Welcome back to the show, everybody.
Yeah. Welcome.
Glad we're here.
We're just starting... Never know how we're going to start this thing.
No. I just hit record and I don't tell him about it.
Pretty much. So everybody's
after a while.
Lucky enough that, you know, I don't start going down other rabbit. But then you would never see it because I'd like to think that you'd be like, whoa.
Well, I mean,
before
again,
you
it goes back into
about paper clips.
The time, when the time comes to just erase you, that's when I'll stop editing out your shenanigans.
Ouch. Don't do it.
Just kidding.
Hashtag save Tucker. I'm starting a movement.
Do it.
Yeah, we've had some things and stuff. So yesterday, because we're filming on Yonder Monday. I threw Yonder in there, and you didn't. It didn't faze you. Well played.
Yeah. Nothing phases me anymore.
I've had 2 kids' birthdays, Father's Day.
Yeah. Happy
doing landscape finishing up stuff, and
happy belated Father's Day.
Happy belated Father's Day to you.
To all the papas in the audience.
To all the baby daddies.
All the baby daddies. All them single.
You know who you are. All those ladies doing double duty.
You know, I should
Just
shut
go
up.
with
I
it.
should shut up before I get myself in trouble.
They get 2 days. Give it to them.
All right, whatever. I'm just saying, no one says props to the single dads on Mother's Day. That's all I'm saying.
I'm going to.
I'm gonna leave it
year.
there.
Next year I will.
We're bringing it full
Take
circle. If we get to do single mamas on Father's Day, it's Mother/single Dad Day.
There it is.
Done.
Do it. They all deserve it.
We're taking it.
Taking it back.
How about in July, second Sunday in July from now on is ambiguous single parent day.
Okay. Sure. I like it. We'll just start our own holiday.
Check out the change.org petition in the comments or the description of this video so we can get those single parents the extra day that they feel that they deserve.
Give credit where credit is deserved. Yeah, I had 2 kids.
I'm swinging this week.
I know, we're just like, well, you know me. I was in a beforehand. I'm like, I don't know if we should record today. I'm in a bad mood. And it just as my oldest daughter would be like, I'm cranky.
Cranky.
I'm cranky.
That's what friends are for, though, man.
Yeah, I know.
Dig you out of it.
But yeah, I had my oldest. I was going to say my oldest son, my only son, my oldest kid's birthday on Thursday, and then my youngest kid, my youngest daughter, on Friday. And then Saturday running around, Sunday was then Father's Day. So...
Good times. You had a busy week.
I did.
I just had to work.
I got to tell somebody that I was not going to show them a house on Father's Day.
Good plan.
And I'm just like, hey, I'm available at 3:30 today. I'm like, fantastic. I'm
available tomorrow.
I am not.
It's important.
So later on in the week, well, I'll meet up with them again.
Listen, I know it seems like we're supposed to be available 100% of the time.
For the most part, I am.
And that's what I was going to say. And for the most part, yeah. But there are certain days and times where, sorry.
Yeah. Well,
it just is what it is. Yeah. And we have to, a saying that I always come back to. I try to make this truth in my own life. Is when you get on a plane, one of the first things they tell you, secure your own oxygen mask before attempting to help others. Yeah. So it's important to just be available for the really important stuff too.
Oh yeah.
And if we're not taking care of ourselves, including our own, just sometimes exhaustion.
Yeah.
Then we're no good to anybody, Tucker.
Well, it was, Friday was.
I feel like you should be laying on the couch right now.
I know, right? I'm saying the same thing that you are.
How does that make you feel?
No, Friday was my daughter's birthday, but I mean, how many things did the two of us essentially have planned that I had to?
Yeah, you skipped some things. You move around.
Three of our things, being our normal coffee business meetup.
Yeah.
And then
strike one.
We also, since the last time we aired our welcome back cruising episode.
Yep, that card goes here.
To Insurgent Brewing, just super, super cool. But we aired that, and then they had their grand reopening on Friday. And
I took one for the team and did some day drinking for both of us.
Yeah, thanks, man.
No, actually,
I got called out. I got called out on Facebook because I wasn't there.
Dude,
somebody saw you.
It felt like an episode of Cheers when I walked into that place on Friday, because it was just like, "Hey, the beard's here." And I'm like, "Yeah." And what happened was, since my normal partner in crime for these type of things wasn't available, and
right.
I invited my wife to come along with me, and so we snuck away for just a little while. And
nice.
I checked it out and had some past clients that happened to be there at the time, and
yeah.
So it was pretty.
Yeah,
made you feel like a big shot a little bit. You walk in, and you're just like, it's the guy. I'm like,
hey, what's up? No, I got called out for not being there, and I was like, hey, daughter's birthday. Like, hope you understand.
It's important. You got to do the things for your family.
Not go day drinking.
That are the most important.
Yeah. And then the movie night.
True.
Yeah. So
strike 3. See, this is why you're being fired.
That's what I'm saying. It would have been another
one thing
full day for you of seeing this face.
That's true.
All day.
That's true.
But
thanks for being born.
Thanks. Somebody appreciates it.
I was talking to your kid.
Oh, yes.
Gives me at least three to 5 days. 3 to 5 days a year.
Yeah.
You know, between all the Tucker birthdays, like Christmas.
I don't know.
6 days a year. I can guarantee. I don't have to see Tucker.
Yeah. Lucky for you.
We're just being mean.
Lucky for you. No,
and I say we because you are in on it.
I think we've discussed going back to the couch here for a little bit. I've discussed it enough I bust on myself enough that I think subliminally I give, and that's not you, but because you've been there where people just walk up and be like, you kind of look like crap today. Okay, thanks.
Thanks, bro.
Have a good day. So it's one of those things I'm like, am I giving people permission?
Interesting.
Right? If I bust,
but
it's so,
how does that make you
it's
feel?
so ingrained. Bad. How you doing, little Tony?
Why are you feeling bad?
And Heavyweights quote number 1. We should do like a counter sometime when we're not meaning to.
Just ding.
Do it, Lars.
No, so in the midst of the busy week, again, the wife and I like to have our own little TV time every night. It's kind of our way to just unwind and unplug from the day. And finished up the series. It was a short series titled Defending Jacob on Apple TV Plus.
You've gotten into some Apple TV lately.
Listen,
it's
they're
okay.
Coming out swinging.
It's good. It's
like,
good though.
It's almost worth it.
Yeah, almost.
It's almost worth it. Like listen, they're giving it away to anybody who buys an iPhone or an iPad,
right?
Or like any major Mac product.
Right.
You get a free year with it, which is cool, great, grand, wonderful. But it's almost worth subscribing to.
Right.
At this point.
Just from the things that you've talked about, yes, it's almost, but it's got to be one of those things, at least for me, because, and we've done our streaming episodes, but there's so many.
Yeah, and there's just not enough there yet.
Right. I was disappointed
because they're not licensing anything.
Right.
Like, let's be clear, 100% of the content on Apple TV Plus is exclusive content.
Right. We got a free trial of like the Nickelodeon one or whatever. Like it was like
even they're in the game now, huh?
Yeah, they have their own thing, but they could bring it to the table. Like if they
they've got such a deep back catalog.
Nope.
What do you mean?
Not enough to, they have things like Are You Afraid of the Dark, or like Clarissa, but it's like they could come out with some heavy hitters and put everything in their catalog, and like there's not that much.
Well, I gotta wonder. So it was kind of the same thing when Disney Plus first premiered.
Oh, Disney Plus blows it.
Well, yeah. No, but there was things that were missing.
Right.
That for sure it should be there.
Right.
And it's because they were tied up in other licensing agreements.
Yeah, I mean, I looked up a couple things like, oh, hey, that'd be cool to watch this, or have the kids watch this, or something.
Is Ren and Stimpy on there?
Ren and Stimpy wasn't on there. Rocko's Modern Life wasn't on there. There was some, like, I think certain seasons of, like, Doug.
But only certain ones?
Only certain ones. And then, like, they had, like, certain seasons of, like, all that. And so, but it's like, but then it was a lot of the newer stuff. And I was like, they're missing an opportunity, because I wanted to, show something to the kids and be like, hey, check out this. I was looking for Hey Dude. Do you remember Hey Dude?
Yeah.
Dude, big Hey Dude fan. I was like, I'm totally going to get into some Hey Dude right
Salute
now.
Your Shorts.
Nope. All that certain ones.
Yeah.
They had Are You Afraid of the Dark, which I'm like, I think that traumatized a lot of kids. Like,
for sure.
So I wasn't going to have the kids watch hey, check out this scary...
It still scares you.
It's me. I was like, no, I can't do it. No, but it wasn't... I wasn't that. That was me busting on myself again. But I was like... It was like middle of the day. I didn't feel like watching...
Gotcha.
Are You Afraid of the Dark?
Yeah.
I was like, I'm looking for some Hey Dude. It didn't happen. Then I looked it up and I had to like pay per episode. I was like, this is ridiculous.
No. What's the monthly cost?
The Bar None Ranch did not ask for this.
No.
I need to visit that, by the way. That's on my list. It's down by Tucson. The set. It's still there. Let's go.
Now I have to look it up.
You're in now?
Well, no, I'm curious. Like, what's the service called?
It's Nick. It's not like Nickelodeon. It's like Nick something. I don't know.
See, now I have to figure this out.
Now you're in.
Because you said you got a free trial of it.
Yeah, it was like the 7-day free trial.
But I would like to know what the cost of it is after that trial is over.
I do not know.
Is it called Nick Splat?
No.
Nope. I can't even find it. They're hiding it from me. Oh no, new Nick Splat channel to stream Nickelodeon classics.
Maybe it's called. I don't know.
Well, you keep talking. I'm gonna.
Anyways.
Nick, rewind.
No.
All right. Well,
I
then
can't
I just
really.
don't know.
Anyways, but I mean, you get on like because I have a Fire Stick or even on my PlayStation, whatever. You know, there's so many different streaming services.
Oh yeah.
That you're just like, okay.
Well, and it was kind of.
This is the
not like
the Quickie Mart.
Yeah.
Streaming service.
Well, so it's not like I was a huge fan of the show The Big Bang Theory, right? I mean, it had its moments. First few seasons were pretty great. Yeah. Went downhill a lot.
For a show that you and I should have been seriously into.
Right.
I was never... I never had the opportunity. And the episodes that I saw were okay, but they were always the same exact episode because it was on syndication by that point. And it was always the same, like, 5 episodes that I saw.
Okay.
So it was never like, oh, okay. So they all just felt like the same episode at a certain point. So, are you ready for me to drop the news?
Yes.
Okay.
Hit me.
I told you, I was like, don't look up anything.
Nope. I didn't.
This just hit the news.
It's fresh.
Okay. So, I'll start it off with a question. Well, we've discussed how we feel about the DC universe in general.
Yes.
So, that we're not huge fans.
Correct. I already know what you're going to talk to me about.
You already know?
I think I do, but continue.
Okay. But what is something... I won't even start that way. I'm just going to say. Rumored casting. You already know. You're shaking your head. You already know. How'd you know? It just happened.
I have the same internet that you have.
I have the special internet. I have the interwebs. Yeah, Michael Keaton.
Coming back as Batman.
Which is number 1 on both of our lists. For best 100%. Batman.
Like, best live-action Batman.
Best live-action Batman.
Yeah.
Not best Batman. I mean, Kevin Conroy is a really good voice.
Yeah.
Batman, but... yeah, that's shocking. Because I've been saying for a long time that they need to do a Batman Beyond. Like, old man Bruce Wayne training.
Could be interesting, yeah.
But the scary part is this is going to be part of the Flash movie. With the same Flash from the thing that just got into a whole bunch of trouble, so I'm not sure how this is playing out.
Nor am I'm very perplexed. Yeah, it's going to be in that Flash,
which is just surprising and
universe thing.
This is not me opening the can for us to both vent.
Oh, but isn't it?
I know the cancel culture that we are in right now because people are getting canceled all over the place for saying things that at some point, I'm pretty sure I just heard something about Jimmy Kimmel being on.
Oh, Jimmy Kimmel is taking the summer off to spend more time with his family.
Yeah, he's not though.
Yeah. After a clip that he did for the Man Show,
which
back in I think it was either 99 or 2000, where he was in blackface, which again isn't cool.
Right.
Don't do it. What we're telling people is that it's not okay to grow and to learn and to change.
We are never the same people we were yesterday.
No.
We're always learning. We're always growing. And we always go,
evolving.
You know what? And that was that. I'm not a huge fan of Jimmy Kimmel's at all.
No.
But that was his first show that he was in. His career was starting. And so it's like, hey, we have this skit where you're going to be in blackface. He's probably like, okay.
Sure.
Listen,
out
of
we're
all the
talking about
things
a
that
show
they
that
did,
ended every episode with scantily clad women on trampolines jumping. That was that. The credits rolled over that.
Right. It was, out of all things in that show, which is another reason I don't like Jimmy Kimmel. Like, he's voiced his opinion on, like, things.
Yeah.
Politician, which on anything, it's not okay. I'm just saying that. Like, statements being made. But he's judged people for that. And I'm like, hey, did you ever see this show called The Man Show?
Right.
Like, you don't get to, you don't
but then again,
you don't get a say. But
then again, as we grow and as we change, sometimes we see the person that we were.
Right. And
we go, that guy was a dick.
Right.
And I don't want other people to be that guy.
Right.
So does he get to speak out about it? Is he not allowed to? I don't know.
Right. I think there's just a fine line.
Yeah,
a fine line.
In some ways, I would say what better way for somebody to address that issue than from a place of experience.
Right.
You know,
but he never did that. He never said, listen, I used to sit there. Like,
I'm not saying he did it that way, but I'm saying there is a way to go about that where, yeah, you know what? I used to be that person.
Right.
That person sucked.
Right. I didn't get it.
And here's why that person sucked, and here's why you shouldn't be that person.
Right. I learned. Let me help you learn why that's a bad decision. So I'm saying, like, again, I'm not a huge fan of Jimmy Kimmel, I guess was my little tirade, but I don't think he should be punished for something because, like I've told you, I've been watching Scrubs.
Whew.
Dude,
listen, man, there's
things
all
over the place in that. They go.
When did that show end? Like 2005?
I
think.
So. Yeah. But they talked about things and did things in that, and then you're like, oh, that would never be allowed to happen today.
Oh no. I'm gonna. When did that show end? Let's see.
I'm really mad that you knew the Batman news, man.
I'm sorry, dude.
It's all right. I was like building up. I was like, I get to.
Entered in 2009.
Yeah.
The show entered in 2009. And I can tell you there are shows that are still on the air right now that started after that and are, you know, again, they're current shows where when you go back and just watch the first seasons, the earlier seasons of them, where you go,
well, even
that didn't age well.
Even Steve Carell has talked about The Office.
Right.
Like, and he's like, the character of Michael Scott, which I look at that in two different ways. Like, he said a lot of things that I think a normal circumstance would frown about, but Michael Scott was, I was going to say the exception, not the rule, because his character was so dumb, he didn't get it.
He was the exaggeration of that personality. He was commentary on that personality.
Right. And they got to explain why you can't say these things.
Right.
And so he had like a weird past.
He was a caricature.
Right.
He was a caricature. I was literally just having this conversation this morning regarding Robert Downey Jr. in Tropic Thunder.
Oh, yeah.
The reason that Robert Downey Jr. isn't canceled for doing blackface so recently is because he was demonizing it through his character who was playing a character. He's just a dude
playing a dude
who looks like another dude.
Right.
You know, like...
Yeah, and so it was the example of why that's not okay. They got to use him as an example.
And I think that's
why
what Michael Scott was.
Right.
You know, in a lot of ways, he was that jackass of a boss that everybody has had at one point, all rolled into one person.
Right.
He was a caricature.
Yep. So I
don't cancel Michael Scott.
Yeah. Well, and I don't think because it was so good and it was so pulled off, I don't think that's on the chopping block. But I think a lot of things are. But I did, I had seen that about Jimmy Kimmel, and then I heard it on the radio, and somebody's like, he's taking a hiatus. And I was like, is that what we're calling it?
Well, and like,
okay,
if he subscribed to a different political ideology, he would have been dragged out and flayed in the street.
Oh yeah. Which is just,
and he gets to do this without making an apology, without addressing it at all. Right. I mean, the way that he announced it was a total joke.
Yeah, which I think it's just.
I mean, Matt Damon was there.
Yeah,
to help him announce this.
Yeah, to try and like ha 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 whatever, and it's like,
but the whole like I'm gonna spend some more time with my family line. It's like. That is so old school cliche.
Right.
This dude messed up and we're getting rid of him.
Right. And the thing is,
I laughed.
Because he's like, oh, I'm taking, 6 months off or whatever, which is an unfortunate part because of different ideologies or whatever. He'll probably get to come back. No problem. Sure. No problem at all. And it's just, I don't know. I'm over the cancel culture. If it's deserved,
I've been over it for a long time.
I mean,
let's reserve it for people who deserve to be canceled.
Yeah. Well, my wife and I were talking. One of her shows that she watches. Some people got fired from the show. It was a reality show. They got fired from the show because they accused someone of stealing from the store or something like this girl. So like. I don't know if they were right or not, but they just got fired because of the color of that person's skin.
Right.
It's like, well, you're not accusing them because of the color of their skin. They just happen to.
Right.
So it's like, okay, let's just put our big kid pants on and just. Anyways, jar closed.
Are you sure?
Probably not.
Okay.
So
can I open it back up when I talk about a movie that I watched this week?
Yes, you can open it back up.
Well, no, it was a
segue,
kind of.
Here you go.
But please open that jar back up for me. My hands are so weak. I need your big, strong muscles. Oh man!
All right.
No, but we watched a movie again on Apple TV because they're coming out swinging with some great content.
Sounds like it.
That it dealt with a lot of past injustices.
Right.
And it was called The Banker. It had Anthony Mackie and Samuel L. Jackson. Amazing movie. I listen, subscribe for 1 month, pay the $5,
knock it all out,
watch a few things, and then cancel it if that's what you got to do.
Right.
Because there's some really great stuff to watch.
No, it sounds like
right now.
It does
on there, and they I'll go back to the Beastie Boys documentary that was on there, which is really what pulled me back in, and then it was like, well, since I reactivated my free subscription, let's dig into the crates a little bit and see what else is here.
Yeah.
And there are some great stuff. Some really great stuff. We haven't started a morning show yet though.
Okay. That looks more like drama.
Bringing it back around to Steve Carell.
Yeah, no. Segue.
I think it's mostly because it also stars Jennifer Aniston. And we're having a not so public feud over the last year.
I know. I was like, then there's Jennifer Aniston.
Listen, I'm feuding with Jennifer Aniston. Jennifer Aniston might not be feuding with me. Mostly because she has no idea that the feud exists.
Right. or who we are in general. Yeah. No, I did see that they are starting filming back up on the unnamed Friends reunion show. That's what the TV said. And I was like, it's called Friends. Why can you say the unnamed Friends show? It's Friends.
Well,
it's Friends reunion.
They're going to give it some sort of stupid name.
But they're like, there's so many untold stories. I'm like, is there?
I'm going to out myself real quick.
That you are a huge Friends fan.
Friends wasn't that great.
I got burnt out. I never thought it was like great, but I was like, oh, okay, it's okay.
Yeah, I'm not saying it was bad. I'm just saying it doesn't deserve the adoration that it currently is receiving.
Right. Well, it's kind of like, listen, I've used the analogy, and you'll know what I'm talking about. This last week, I've used it more than one time to more than what the fallen kingdom.
Yeah,
and you know both what the Shazam of what I'm talking about. It did its job for the time period that it was in. But it was also kind of like, oh, okay, cool.
I don't even know that it was the best thing on while it was on.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean,
I know that I have to give up some of my 90s kid credibility.
Right.
In saying this.
Right.
But
not everybody has to like everything, and it's okay.
And it was just an okay show.
Yeah. No, I'm with you.
I think it was passable.
Right. It was Fallen Kingdom.
Best.
Right. But yeah, they started
one-dimensional characters doing the same thing over and over again.
Put the friends Jennifer Aniston. Let's put that.
Now we can close that jar. See, we're closing jars all over the place.
I know, just like, listen, we're going to try to keep it locked up. Yeah. I don't know. I was going to say I saw Knives Out. I was telling you about that.
Isn't it great?
It was really, really good. I was like, but kind of before, listen, I don't even know if we were recording yet. Maybe I'm just repeating myself because I was talking about it right before I thought we were going to. I don't know. Who knows anymore?
I don't think I was recording then.
Yeah. But I think I'm so ingrained in movies now where there's like a big reveal, a big twist, an extra twist at the end.
Yeah.
That, and without spoiling it, I know
came out 6 months ago.
I know. I just saw
7 months
though.
ago.
I just saw it, so maybe there's others like me and my little tribe.
Listen, the only reason I didn't spoil it to you is because I respect you.
Thanks, man.
Like,
I appreciate that.
These people?
Well, no, but it's like going through.
Just kidding. We love you.
Going throughout the whole thing, I was like, I think this is who done it.
Right.
Right. Like I was like, I think this is who done it. And then it's like they did like the reveal, and I was like, wait for it. And I was waiting like before the credits rolled. It's going to be the extra twist that I
know is coming.
I know it's coming. I
need it.
Dude, I would have put money on it.
Yeah.
I was so like,
and it didn't.
Hear it, and then credits go, and I'm like, it's gonna be an after credits.
Maybe it's a mid credit scene.
Nope.
No.
And then I was like, is it a bigger twist to me that it wasn't? That it was more like a classic. Just wasn't even a twist. It's
it was
like,
Clue.
Hey, who did it?
It was like Clue in a lot of ways.
Oh, a whole lot. But I was like, because it's a newer movie, and because movies nowadays have to have that extra.
But the
twist.
But the twist was that
That's
was no
what
twist.
I'm saying.
Sometimes the twist is that there's no twist.
Sometimes right, and I can't stop thinking about it.
You know what the biggest non-twist twist would be? Is if M. Night Shyamalan
That's what I'm saying.
made a movie with no twist.
That would be amazing. Like, Bruce Willis is just a dude.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean?
An M. Night Shyamalan movie that ends like you think it will.
Yeah, just that would be great.
He's got a series on Apple TV Plus too that I'm probably gonna have to tackle that one solo.
Okay.
Because it looks kind of scary, creepy.
I think I saw some kind of preview.
The wife's not a huge fan of that kind of stuff. So
yeah. But yeah, like so I'm like, was it even better? And I can't stop. I know movies are good when I can't stop thinking about it for the following week. So I'm like, oh yeah, that was really good. I'm like, but was it extra good because it tripped me up because I was expecting a bigger twist?
I always appreciate that. As people who watch as
like,
many movies as we do,
right?
We like a little
surprise,
extra,
right?
A little something.
It's that, and then movies that I have zero expectation of, or I think are going to be average or are going to be horrible, and then I'm pleasantly surprised by how good they are. That was really good. Okay, cool. Yeah, so I saw that. I was a little upset because kind of going, and why we waited on Knives Out, and I think I said it last week too, was because we heard it was coming to Prime, Amazon Prime. So I'm like, why are we going to go pay for it when it's coming out on Prime in like a month? So waiting on it. Just rented this movie not that long ago. Just saw that it's on streaming. I could now stream it for free. Was Ford versus Ferrari. I know, right?
Such a great movie.
Such a great movie. So I'm not mad about spending the money.
Yeah. And I think you would have felt the same way about Knives Out. Like, oh, like, bummer that I wasted $4 on it, but
I'm okay
worth
with
it.
it. Right.
And that's what I feel about Apple TV Plus right now. For anyone who's not going to buy a new Apple product in the near future or doesn't, the $5 is worth it to get through some of the content.
I'll have to look at it when I have some time to crunch through some shows.
Well, and again, some of the movies, there was a documentary about dads that just dropped yesterday or the day before in honor of Father's Day that I didn't have a chance to take a look at, but it looks like it could be interesting.
Nice.
A bunch of celebrity fathers, just kind of talking about their experiences, and which kind of drew some similarities just in the trailer that I watched for it to a documentary that I watched on Amazon years ago, which was called The Other F Word, and it was about a bunch of punk rockers, like the lead singer from Pennywise and Tony Sly from No Use for a Name, like bands that I was a huge fan of, talking about their experiences in fatherhood. So growing the other F word being father. Right. And so it kind of gave me that same vibe, and I really loved that documentary. I'd watch it over and over again. Yeah. And so this one could be cool too.
Yeah. I like it. I'll look into the Apple TV and just commit.
Just do it.
Just commit to it.
Do it.
So, we got another movie event coming up this Friday.
Yes, we do.
Yeah.
I think.
And then we're lining up. We're getting details done. Yeah. Maybe it'll work. Maybe it won't for some paranormal activities.
Some ghost hunting, but
we'll see.
We'll see if it works. It's one of those.
Got more cruising episodes.
I have more important obligations.
100%.
During
I know you called me on it. I was
time frame.
That makes sense. Yeah.
Sorry, bro. But yeah, I think it's gonna about wrap it up for this week.
Yeah.
Episode.
To the next episode.
I don't know where that voice came
I know.
from
I was
or why I chose to use it, but here we are. Anyway, as always, thank you guys so much for
thank you.
Just coming along for the ride with us. Check out our latest episode of Cruisin'.
Those are coming back.
Doing more and more of those now that we're not quarantined and locked in our home. Appreciate you guys, and until next time, he's Tucker.
He's Bird.
And we're out.